Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So, welcome to my channel Assistance by Mrs. D. Let us begin today's video, children, with common laboratory apparatus. Now, what are these laboratory apparatus? Children, in chemistry, when we want to do certain experiments, there is a special place which is known as laboratory where we go, and over there we get a lot of things that are required for doing any kind of an experiment. Like we get a lot of apparatus. Apparatus are the instruments, are the things that are required for doing the experiments in a chemistry laboratory. And for doing these experiments, children, aside from the apparatus, we have a lot of chemicals. We have a complete table, a working table is there. Then there are certain Bunsen burners, spirit lamp, and certain other things are there present in a chemistry laboratory. So today we are going to see, children, what are these different laboratory apparatus that we make use of for doing any kind of an experiment when we are there working in a chemistry lab. Now the first apparatus we begin with is known as a beaker. Now, as you can see in the picture, children, it is a cylindrical vessel. It is a vessel with a flat bottom. Now the bottom of it is absolutely flat, as you can see in the picture, children. And then it has a pouring tip. Over here, a kind of a tip is made. A slight V is made over here from which we can pour down whatever liquid is there inside a beaker. The beaker is used. Now, what is the purpose of using this beaker, children? It is used for mixing, storing and heating of the substances. You can mix the substances. You can put 2 or 3 things inside it and you can mix them. You can even store them. You can store certain liquids, certain acids. Certain things can be stored into it, and it can also be used for heating of the substances in the lab. The next apparatus we come to is known as, children, flask. Now flask is again a glass bottle with a narrow neck. As you can see in this picture, children, all of them have a narrow neck. Narrow means a thin neck, and the base is broader. Now look at the base of it. It is quite broad in comparison to the neck of it. They are of different shapes and volume. That means you can have a look at these pictures, children. This is a round bottom flask, this is a flat bottom flask, and this is a conical flask. It looks like a cone, right? So these are the different kind of flasks, children. They are used in the lab, and most of the lab apparatus, children, that we work with in the laboratory, children, they are all made up of glass. Now there is a special reason why they are all made up of glass, because you can easily see what is the reaction that is going on inside the inside the apparatus. Okay, we can clearly see what is going on even without trying to look inside it. So that is why they are generally made up of glass. There are few more reasons, children, that I'll be telling you as I'm teaching you. Next we come to, children, measuring cylinder. Now measuring cylinders are the graduated glass cylinders. Now graduated means, children, in which the markings are made. At different levels the markings are made, as you can see in the picture, children, and they are of different volume. You can measure different volume of liquids into it. They can be certain kind of chemicals, certain kind of alcohols or bases that are used, children. So liquids can be measured by using these measuring cylinders, because when we are doing certain experiments, children, we don't want to use a lot of acid. So over there it is required that we measure how much of the liquid is being required. So these graduated cylinders, they help us in measuring the volume of the liquid that is being taken. Again, it is of glass only, so that you can easily see. And the acids that we are storing over here, children, or we are taking, they do not react with the glass utensils, so, or say glass apparatus. So that is why they are made up of glass. Next we come to, children, funnel. Now funnel is generally apparatus which is used in the lab, and even most of you must be having a funnel at home. Generally we use a funnel, children, in order to transfer the liquid from one container to the other, so that without spilling means falling, the liquid can be transferred from one container to another. When you will see the picture, you will know, you must have seen it. Generally in our houses we have a plastic funnel. So here's a picture of a funnel. See, you must have seen these funnels. So they are used in the labs, children, in order to transfer the liquids from one container to another. The next apparatus we come to is known as a gas jar. As you can see in the picture, children, the name is telling you clearly a gas jar is such a container which is used for storing the gases. It has a lid over here. The gases are stored into these containers. Okay, they are made up of hard glass and they have a lid or a cover. They are used to store the gases. Next we come to test tube. Now test tubes are the most common apparatus that we find in every chemistry lab, children. Those are known as test tubes. Now test tubes are also made up of glass, children, because when we are doing any experiments, we are trying to mix or we are trying to heat the substances, children, you can easily see from outside the test tube only from a distance what is happening or what kind of a reaction is taking place, whether the color is changing, whether the things are getting boiled, what is the color of the fumes that is coming out, or whatever. So test tube is a cylindrical vessel which is closed from one end. It is closed from the bottom and it is open from the upper side. They are used for performing the test. Next we come to, children, hard glass test tube. Now these are also the same kind of test tube. Only thing is these are slightly bigger in size and they are made up of hard glass. Now why they are made up of hard glass, children? So that when we are doing certain experiments and when we are heating it, they do not crack or they do not break easily. So that is why they are made up of hard glass. See the use, it is used for heating substances at high temperature. Therefore, they are also known as, underline this word, children, boiling tubes. Iron stand, children, as you can see in the picture, it consists of an iron platform. Now this is the iron platform and this is a clamp, from where whatever we are trying, we can keep it over here and it can be clamped, or certain things could be clamped from here and then drop by drop the things could be dropped down. So it consists of an iron platform with iron rod and one or two clamps on top over here. It is used for suspending and holding the certain apparatus. Apparatus means again the various things that are used in the lab for doing experiments. Now this is tripod stand, children. When we are heating certain things, the burners are put below these tripod stands. Suppose we are taking a spirit lamp, so the spirit lamp is kept over here, or a Bunsen burner is kept over here, and then on top of that we put a tripod stand. And then the beaker or say the petri dish or the evaporating dish are kept on top, and then the heating is being done. And on top of the tripod stand, children, we also put what is known as the wire gauge. Now look at this picture, wire gauge. So on a tripod stand, first we put the wire gauge over here, because it is open from here, the apparatus will fall down. So first the wire gauge is put, and then on top of that we put the apparatus in which the heating is to be done. It is a stand with 3 legs. You can see the 3 legs. It is used for keeping the glassware like beaker, flask, etc. during heating. Wire gauge, it is a square iron net. It is made up of iron, children, and in the center we have a asbestos sheet. This is the asbestos sheet, and this sheet is put so that when the heating is being done, children, evenly the heat will spread out, and whatever container is put over here, it will evenly be heated. Evenly means एक बराबर heating उसमें होगी. Next we come to test tube stand, children. Look at the picture of test tube stand. Now this test tube stand can be made up of wood also, it can be made up of plastic also. Now when we wash the test tubes, we generally put them on these pegs so that they can dry out, and when we are doing certain experiments, we put the test tubes over here with the acids or with whatever substances they are mixed, so that we can observe what is happening inside the test tube. So I'm coming to an end over here of this video, children, because I don't want to make a very long video for you. Now the rest of the apparatus that are left and certain precautions that we need to follow in a chemistry lab, you are going to find it in my next upcoming video. So that's it for today's video, children. I hope I made myself very clear to you and you have understood each and every point that I have explained to you in today's video. If you have really understood, you know what is to be done. Please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell icon, because after that you will be notified with every new video that I'm going to upload. See you very soon. with rest of the videos upcoming soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.